Products like the one that I've got on air right now is one of my all-time absolute favorite items to present, and I'll tell you why. It has nothing to do with the item itself. Every single item that I've ever presented in the 34 Christmases that I've been here has a personal story to a human being or a family. And this is no exception. Almost 20 years ago, Joe and Chris Campanelli came to QVC with this product. It was their professional stain remover for carpets. And I said, hey, show it to me before the show. And they said, nope, nope, nope. We'll show it to you live on air. And I made the comment, I said, guys, that's a little risky. It's live TV. No offense, if it doesn't work, that's a bad time to find out. And they went, nope, it's going to work. Wait till you see it. And it looked like a magic trick. It was absolutely perfect. And this product has never failed me, ever. And I will continue to say it is the best stain remover for carpets that I have ever offered. Now, real quick, and then I want to bring my buddy in. I used to offer 2 cans for $24 and change, and I couldn't keep them in stock. 1.2 million cans have been purchased. For years, we made it only available on .com. Now we've got 3 cans for $28.66, and every time I have an opportunity to present this, I tell people it's time to stock up, because you're going to want one for the automobile for winter time to get your carpets and the car clean. You're going to want at least 1 or maybe 2 underneath the kitchen cabinet or the kitchen sink for those stains that just happen. I want to bring somebody in. This guy's been a dear friend for years. Chris Campanelli, and by the way, the fact that you texted me yesterday to say happy birthday, that means a lot to me. How you doing, my friend?
Dear friend, but you didn't text me back on your birthday,
I'm a little behind. More than a few people texted.
Well, congratulations on your 135th birthday. I appreciate you being such a good friend.
Thanks, Chris. What makes
welcome.
this so different? There's a whole aisle of carpet cleaning stuff in the grocery store. Some of them have sulfates, some of them have soaps, some are detergents. None of them work as well as this does. What is it that you're doing different that the other folks haven't figured out?
Well, the first difference is that it works, right? I mean, and the second difference is that it's a completely different delivery system. We have a little video that we can show that shows the different comparison. Thank you, Jonathan, for that. What you get at the grocery store, what you're going to see there is 2 blue permanent marker lines on that brown carpet, right? So ordinarily when you go to the grocery store, you see something like that red bottle that you might know and you use, right? But ordinarily you have to get on your hands and knees. You have to get a scrub brush. You have to scrub. You have to blot. You have to do the hokey pokey. And look, the stain just doesn't come out, right? Ours is so very different. Standing up and shooting from the hip, you get a foaming agent that lifts and separates the stain from the carpet fiber, falls to the bottom, forms a crystal, and then when you do your regular vacuuming, you suck up the residue. Now, just to be fair, you're going to see me go through that other stain. You can see it's a little bit more foamy because the other product has soap stand, soaps and solvents that are going to sit in your carpet fibers. But once that you see that we punch through those soaps and solvents, that stain is gone, and it's gone for good. And the story of this, Dan, is 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, we had a small retail floor care store in Boca Raton, Florida. People came to us for their vacuuming and floor care needs, and stain removal was one of those. So the only thing that we could offer ordinarily was, you know, stuff that you would have to get on your hands and knees and rub and scrub. So we said, let's get a formula that actually works and then change the delivery system on its head, put it in an aerosol can that allows you to stand up and shoot from the hip to get rid of those stains instead of getting on your hands and knees and rubbing and scrubbing. This is what makes our product so very different than anything that you could get at the grocery store, and that's why we've been here for 18+ years, the very first product, and you were the very first host to sell it as well.
I remember. And they did the demonstration you're about to see. Now, the top of the can is a little bit different. You just shake it up, but it's a very convenient push-button valve. It's not like, you know, spray starch or deodorant. And it shoots out of the can with a really good amount of pressure and force. So he's standing up, shooting from the hip.
That's right. So you're going to see on this split screen here, Dan, that as I'm standing up and shooting from the hip, the foaming action is lifting and separating the stain from the carpet fiber. Watch when I stop and that foam dissipates. It's almost like as if I had a magic like eraser get rid of the stain there, because the foaming agent is doing the work for you, right?
And you just
what
kind
I
of
love about this product, Dan.
Spray it in a little circular pattern with your hand. That's why it's swirling around. The term magic trick was the first thing that came out of my mouth all those years ago when you showed it to me live on the air, because I was standing right next to them watching what looked like it was impossible. But it works this well at home. You should read the testimonials on this stuff. This has gotten me out of trouble more times than I can tell you. I've spilled nail polish. I've had latex paint. I had black shoe polish on white carpet.
On white carpet, right.
And it got it out. And that stain, by the way, had been in that carpet, the black shoe polish, for 2 years. So do me a favor, kind of break down what's happening inside the carpet when you spray this, because you've got great animation. And this is what makes their product so different than everybody else's.
You're right, because it's the formula that's doing the work for you. There's a foaming agent that's lifting and separating the stain from the carpet fiber. Imagine it kind of like encapsulating the stain during those bubbles, and then it falls to the bottom and it forms a crystal. And then when you do your regular vacuuming, Dan, you don't have to make a special trip. After it's dry, you're going to suck up the residue. That's the problem with some of those other products, Dan, is when you spray them, first of all, they have soaps and solvents. They require you to get on your hands and knees because, quite frankly, you can't spray that from standing up. And second of all, you need to agitate, you need to use a brush, you need to blot, you need to kind of soak up whatever's left in there, maybe do the hokey pokey and hope that it works. And usually what ends up happening is that product sits underneath the sink, and that's how you accumulate so many bottles, right? Because you don't want to throw it away, you just spent your good hard-earned money on it. But this is what's so different about our product, Dan. I'm going to stand about 6 feet away, right? I have a target down there. I'm going to get even further away from the shot here. So just standing up, when you get the product home, shake it up, and Dan, to your point, that inverted valve allows me to shoot from the hip and stand maybe 6 or 8 feet away. And it comes out as a
very thin pencil-like stream. And again, notice how Chris is just kind of making a little circle with his hand. That's it. That's permanent red magic marker. I yelled at Chris and Joe before the first show that we ever did here at QVC. Again, how many years ago, buddy?
18 years ago, Dan.
Where they had a red magic marker in white carpet, and they were drawing this bullseye, and I went, guys, don't do that. You know, nobody expects you to get red magic marker out of white carpet. Go with a darker color carpet. And they said, oh, no, this is going to work. They wouldn't let me see the results. And we went on air, and every promise that Joe and Chris Campanelli made to me as a host, they committed to and they fulfilled. When they said, Dan, truly, you're going to be amazed. And they were very low-key about it. And it became one of our most popular cleaning products in the history of our network. 1.2 million cans later. If you've got a stain on carpet or upholstery, by the way, I wear makeup every day of my life when I'm at work. And it's oil-based, and I always get it on my collar.
Inside of the collar.
I had a dry cleaner who thought I was a stud. I would give him shirts, and they'd have makeup, and he was the funniest little guy.
He's not.
I'm not a stud. So this is what I use to get the makeup out of my collar before I throw it in the laundry room. And
great pre-treat for stains in the laundry, right? Or even if you wanted to go around the house, if you're using maybe a Bissell product, this is great. You could even add some of this to the tank as an extra little kind of punch if you wanted to, or go around and pre-treat some of those stains before you actually got out the Bissell, right? I mean, this product is so versatile, Dan, right? If you talk about pet stains, if you own a pet or if you adopt a pet, first of all, this should come with it because this is going to save you. I'm telling you. If you have area rugs or wall-to-wall or your carpet, your upholstery, your laundry, right? You, I think, said something right earlier, black shoe polish on white carpet.
White carpet, yeah.
Here's what I love about this product, Dan, right? The foaming agent is lifting and separating the stain from the carpet fiber. So I tell this story all the time when I present this product. My father was 85, 86 years old, and he had a very bad back. Could not physically get on his hands and knees. But you know what? Every once in a while, Dad would spill the red wine on the carpet or something like that. This is the best part. He didn't have to tell my mom. He didn't have to tell my mom that he spilled the red wine on the white carpet, right? Because all he had to do was go underneath the sink, get the stain remover, shoot from the hip, and then boom, his life was saved, right? He didn't have to worry about cutting out the piece of carpet or putting the ottoman or moving the chair over the stain. People are coming over. Holidays are coming up. Keep one of these underneath the sink, because if you have that holiday party and somebody does spill a little wine, don't worry about it. Grab this out, spray it on the carpet, move about your day, and enjoy the rest of your party.
If this can't get the stain out of your upholstery, out of your carpet, I just don't think anything else can. It's worth it.
Fair.
Stock up. It's time. 3 cans for a better price than we used to sell for 2. And here they are. Chris Campanelli, tell your brother Joe, he was also kind enough to text me yesterday. Tell him I said hello, and I'll be texting back. I'm just working my way through the list, okay?
You got it. You got it, buddy. Thanks so much.
Thank
Have a great day.
I'm going to say a real quick goodbye, but don't go anywhere. We've got high-tech gifts coming your way, and wait till you see who's bringing them to you. See you in a minute. Bye.